Talk about linear relations, we're talking about a relationship between two quantities. So we can often find these relationships in word problems. So in this case here, we have the total salary is our dependent variable, and it's related to the number of hours, which are independent variables. So I'm going to write my equation in function notation. So f of x is the total salary, and that calculation can be found by multiplying the number of hours x by 20 and then adding on $300. So we can use that equation then to fill out our table of values. So at 4 hours, we're going to get 4 times 20 plus 300, 12 times 20 plus 300, so that's going to be $240 plus 300, so that's going to be $540. So I'm going to start graphing these points. So 4 hours, 100, 380, somewhere around there. 12 hours, 540, so it looks like 540, maybe right about there. Okay, 18 hours, that's going to be 360 plus 300 is 660, so 18, there's 600, 660, maybe right about there. And notice that we are starting to generate this straight line pattern. 25 hours, we're going to look at 20 times 25 is 500 plus the initial 300. That's going to be $800 right there. And then 30 times 20 is 600 plus the 300 works out to be $900. Okay, so it looks like there's a linear relationship going on, so I'm just going to draw in my straight line pattern. I have no reason to believe that this is not a straight line, and then I'm going to start it at that point. In fact, we kind of know that at 0 we're starting with $300, and that represents my y-intercept. So there's my equation. What's my dependent and independent variables? Well, my dependent variable is my y, which is my total salary. So the dependent, which is my y, my output, is going to be the total salary. The independent variable, which is my x, that's the number of hours worked. Okay. So the domain and range, the domain is going to be the possibilities of x. So my hours worked can be from 0 hours. And we really don't know how many hours. We're just going to say that he can work an infinite number of hours, which is not really true, but it doesn't really say give it any maximum amount. And the hours, we'll assume that he can work part hours, although maybe not all jobs are like this, but we're going to say he can work part hours, and so the domain is going to be continuous. And same with the range. The range now, though, if we think about the range, well, the range, you can't earn less than $300 because that's the starting amount. So you're going to start at $300 and then just go up from there. And again, we'll just say that his earnings are unlimited. What is the ratio of change and how does it relate to the function? Well, the ratio of change, remember, we're going to find on the outside. Okay, so plus 8 hours plus 200 and, or so like that's $160. Okay, plus 6 hours was plus $120. And we find this ratio of change here. Okay, so that's going to be plus 160 plus 8 hours. And the ratio of change, so the change in y compared to the change in x, we're going to say is plus 160 to plus 8 hours. and it's consistent because we have plus 120 to plus 6 hours, and they both simplify to $20 per hour, which then shows up. How does it relate to the function? Well, it relates to the function in that there is our multiplier. Okay, so that's how this ratio of change relates to the function.